What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another video. Today's video is actually going to be a bit different. As you can probably see by now in the background, we have some gameplay just going to be in the back here. Not like most videos where the gameplay is kind of the primary focus. We're going more of an old school mode commentary over gameplay in this video because we kind of wanted to show you guys the perspective of going to Worlds and tell you guys a little bit more about our story on this channel. Me, and of course, I'm Fineokay, and my editor, Loyal. So Loyal's actually been my editor for 5+ years. And we've done plenty of things together. We've worked on videos. He's also helped me learn Spanish, practice Spanish, because Loyal's a trilingual goat, basically. And so videos, practice it. We've also been friends this entire time. But the thing is, we never actually got to meet for these 5+ years. We never met in person. Loyal's never been able to attend a Worlds. And I know a lot of you guys out there have never been able to attend a Worlds. And at least for Smite 1, this previous Worlds was the very last Worlds that you could possibly attend, basically. So this entire video is going to be about that, and we have a bunch of pictures and perspectives and some funny stories that you guys can hear throughout this video, because I'm actually going to hand it over to Loyal here in a second, and he's going to do a commentary. And some of you may not even know what Loyal sounds like, which is just insane to me, because it's kind of a YouTube practice that you have your channel, but there's a lot of people that when they watch a video, they don't know, they never check descriptions, they never check more into it. They just assume, you know, this is the person I watch, they do everything. But for these 5+ years, Loyal's put a ton of hard work into this channel and made it what it is today. So I just can't thank him enough. And it was amazing finally getting to meet him. And it was pretty funny because when I am at Worlds, my entire focus is to win the Worlds. That's, you know, I'm a competitive player first. It's kind of like I'm trying to go in there with a Kobe mentality, just trying to get the job done. Of course, I didn't get the job done, which sucks. But when I'm there, I'm trying to focus on only that. So I'm trying not too much to go out with the fans and talk to people as much as I want to, because my only goal there really is to win Worlds. But once I don't reach that goal, that's when I can start spending time with people. So it was kind of funny because I was trying to meet up with Loyal here and there. It just wasn't happening. And then when I was finally able to, he gave me the biggest hug ever, and it was amazing. So yeah. And also, guys, that's the other thing. Some people would like to see the perspective of a player at Worlds, but I'm telling you guys, it's really not that interesting. And sadly, because everyone's just trying to finish the job, get the most important thing, and that's the World Championship ring, it kind of ends up being pretty boring. Like, for example, last year when I lost, Max and I went to an Airbnb after we lost, and we partied with some of his friends and some of our friends, and it was just such a good time. I think we had a live stream from a hot tub. That's just the only time I've ever done that before. So you kind of get to let loose a little bit more because you're not as, you know, stressed and focused on the goal that you're there for. So that's basically it, guys. I'm going to hand off the video to Loyal, who I think maybe needs to introduce himself to some of you, because like I said, some of you may not know him actually. But you know, he's a good friend, such a hardworking editor, and I can say honestly, he's probably the most genuine person I've ever met in my life. So, yep. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the pictures, enjoyed the stories. Without further ado, it's Loyal K9.
Hello everyone, I'm Loyal. This is what I'm sound like. I'm gonna talk to you about my experience in Worlds. And for a little bit of context, I will let you know I've been playing this game for around 11 to 10 years. Thanks to SSOHPKC, a YouTuber I used to watch a lot of gameplay videos, which translated into watching a lot of Alec and other Smite YouTubers and learning more about the community. Either way, I met friends along the way, which is what it's all about, and we've been playing for such a long time. So at some point you tell them, hey, well, he told me this. If we don't get to see each other after all this time, it'd be crazy, right? So of course, that and going into Worlds, I had to get things going. So of course, I got my visa finally after 2 years, and I flew to Florida. Had this whole migration line bigger than yours. Spent like 5 hours there. Missed my flight and flew from Florida to Texas. So I arrived at 3 a.m. in the hotel, slept like a baby. I went out to the venue, and the first person I see that I recognize is Betty. Betty, the Smite editor. The one that makes history videos. They're pretty good. And I do look up to him. He's wild on Twitter. He's a great guy. I spend most of the time with him, take a picture. First picture I took at Worlds, and yeah, I spent most of my time with him. He was like my center. If I got lost, you know, when you're going alone, you don't know where the heck you're going, so you You just gotta have a center, like a place to go. I start walking around. I find Max, aka Panda Cat. We talk. To be fair to him, I work with him a lot. He's a really nice guy. Or he does his work. He's a great player. I didn't tell him all that at the time because my whole focus is finding Alec. And I see him and I'm like, he has to know where he is. So I ask him, we take a picture together. He tells me that there's a fan meetup for the Leviathan soon. So of course that's my opportunity. While this whole thing is happening, they're announcing Smite 2. I don't even care. I'm only here for Alec. So I have to wait until this meetup. But I do find the next best solo laner while waiting, which is Deathwalker. I go up to him, talk to him, ask for a picture, and I do low-key tell him that I did want him to win. Of course he doesn't believe me because come on, I'm biased for Alec, right? But he's such a legend. I mean, he's a great story. Even Alec looks up to him all the time, and we talk about him. So why would I not root for him? I can root for many people. I don't have to just root for Alec. Mainly for Alec, of course, but you get the point. And I see Lermy. Lermy is the combat designer for Smite, obviously. Well, I don't know why I hesitated there. I fangirl about the Smite 2 builds. Anytime I talk to a designer, all I can think about is the talk about, you know, what could happen, what couldn't happen, all the builds, all the things that it's gonna go. So she's great, very welcoming, and every time I see her from there on, I talk to her about a Smite roguelike. Roguelikes are blowing up, and they're really fun. Come on, they already have the PvE assets. They could definitely make something happen. Please. And the next person I run into is Benenu. Benenu, of course, has been one of the oldest Smite pro players for a while. He and Barracuda, which I do ask him about him. And sadly, the saddest thing he's ever told me, anyone's ever told me, is Barracuda couldn't attend Worlds because he was busy with work. And man, come on, I know everybody's got their lives, and he's been to a couple Worlds, but that hurts to hear, man. I might never meet Barracuda, but either way, it sucks, it hurts. But hey, but anyway, was nice. And the fan meetup is coming up. I look around and I see that Alec is walking around with the team. They don't know where they actually don't know where they're going, because I don't know if this was like last minute because they just announced it or what happened, but they're trying to get themselves situated. So I see him. I think he sees me. I don't know. You guys, he's cool. Everyone is so clueless at that point. So I don't want to bother him because he's, you know, like he said, I know that his whole point or his whole focus right now is to win Worlds. It's kind of like work. So I don't push it. So we wait for the meetup. We wait in line. I see at that thing, Shinto, Slaney, Rongyu. I talk to them all first. I get their signatures. I got this amazing signature in my lanyard from everybody at the team. There it is. I get to meet the man. We actually get time. And what else to do but, you know, hug the man, tell him. I mean, it's hard to put into words, but I'll try. We've been working for 6 years, and a lot of my life has changed because of him. The job, being able to focus on Smite, being able to, you know, be part of the community, make funny memes online that everybody likes, and it makes a good story. Yeah, I appreciate that. And how do I say this? It's like I started making thumbnails for him for fun. I used to make YouTube videos for fun all the time. I started learning editing just to do Smite montages. And I don't know, I saw his YouTube channel. He didn't have thumbnails. I'm like, hey, I could do that for you. And he believed in me and gave me the job. I did it. I didn't even want to get paid by the time, but he did it. And he decided to make me his editor. And here we are. The man believed in me. So here we are. I created this story for myself, which I'm happy to tell all the time. And I'm happy to tell you guys right now. So yeah, let's move on before I something else. I don't know. All right, now that the main event is out of the way, there's still much more to do, much more people to meet. So many stories, so many people in the community. And I could go on about all of these people. They're great, and but I gotta respect their time. I gotta respect the fans that want to meet them as well. So let's go with Weekend. Oh my God, this guy is tall. I think he's the tallest man in this Smite community of the other creators. I could be wrong on that. Either way, I didn't expect him to be this big. I complimented his work ethic. You gotta respect how much he's put out there, and how tall he is. I was feeding that man's ego, but luckily his wife was there to balance it out. So that was funny. A great man. 10 out of 10 would meet again. Tina. Tina, I of course appreciated the constant personality she gives to the to this mic community. It's funny. It's not for everybody, but it's funny. Pon Pon. Oh man, my guy, OG player. He was one of the first pros. He's been working as one of the lead developers for a while. Met him, took a picture. Raythan took the picture, and he left a little gift. Just gonna show it on screen. Let you be the judge of that. But also, his Twitter says roguelike fan. Maybe I've been barking on the wrong tree. Now, Hindu Man. Hindu Man's a whole different story. Throughout the day, he was in the corner of the stage, just supervising everything, looking at everybody with his hands on his back, very professional like. So it felt like he had a different aura to him than a content creators or players. It was like he was supervising over the script he's been writing this whole time. It felt intimidating. So when I did approach him in the end, I couldn't even say words. I don't know. Usually I do approach people easily, but him, that whole thing happened. So yeah, but he did notice I was trying to work myself up to something, and we got a picture, and he was really nice about it. That's the esport director for you. We move on to day 2 of the event. First person I see, it's Dawson. Now Dawson, we do have a little bit of history, not that much. I helped him do montage once, so he was really nice, very descriptive. He knew exactly what he wanted, so it made my job so much easier. But the whole time we were talking, he was just complimenting me over and over, and I was complimenting him back, and it felt like an endless, infinite cycle that I had to we had to put a stop to. But he's just a great man. He showed a lot of enjoyment talking about the event and participating. He's just amazing. That's why we all love him. All right, so while waiting for Fineokay's match to happen, I did meet up with people from the community, from Fineokay's, and the mods. People like Ma, J-Jax, Christian, JPK, Ashes, Team the Enchanter, and some others. And we all met up. We talked at the hotel. We saw the match together. And most of you know this is where Alec did lose. Now, it didn't hit me as much before. I mean, it's definitely a different experience. But we were sitting in the same row together, and when the team lost, or we saw that it was gonna be an L, there was this sinking feeling that, everyone got. We were just quiet. We didn't say anything for a while. It sucked, man. It really sucked. We've been wanting Alec to win for like 4 years, and it was really hard. I mean, it's last Smite 1 championship, and the fact that he couldn't make it, it's hard to describe the feeling, but it really helped me put into perspective what everybody else felt at the event, every other player. So I really couldn't help but to wonder what was Alec feeling about this. So I checked Twitter, and lo and behold, something about an iPhone sandwich. He was back to normal. I mean, I don't want to say he got over it, but my man has strong mental. He knows what's up. And the iPhone sandwich really helped. So we went to the hotel lobby. We were waiting for Alec to come down from the hotel so we could, greet him and talk to him. While we were there, I saw Laspera. Now Laspera the man's just, I don't know. He's been streaming for a while. I remember he was one of the first pro players I saw streaming a lot. He is revered as one of the nicest people. Like anybody I talked to that talked about Laspera just talked about how nice he is, and he is. He's so calm, collected, and cool. You just had to take a picture with him. Look at me, so shy. But now, of course, because he's so nice, he gets to live with Alec. It should have been me. It should have been me. Then I bet Polar Bear Mike, such a nice guy. He listened to me. I had to vent. I was venting about the loss with the Levi's, and I told him, of course, he has to win. He has to win the championship. I need revenge from the Onis. I need some closure. He gave me a good old bear hug and went on his way. Also, around this time, I didn't know that Weekend had gone to play Smite 2 and gotten his footage up on YouTube. And of course, come on, Smite 2 playtest, and Alec, wasn't gonna play in the thing anymore. So why not try to get some Smite 2 gameplay? So I saw Bart, aka Bort, around the hotel, and I went up to him and asked. We talked about how I ended up seeing his content when he was playing Smite, streaming with Kelly, things like that. And I asked him, "Hey, is there any chance this and that gets Smite 2 gameplay?" And he said yes. And he also invited me to Alpharetta to the office, which I was extremely excited. Of course, I was like a 5-year-old child talking to everybody, so I was just brimming with excitement. He invited me, gave me his number, told me about his Twitter, and I did check his Twitter a little bit after, and yeah, I forgot he's a bit of a troll. So was this real? Is this real? Like, is this actually happening? Like, to the office, to this. To be fair, it's hard to imagine. I just met the guy, and I don't know. I don't know if he should invite me. But either way, I told Alec that, hey, we might get to play some Smite 2 tomorrow. So Alec finally comes down from the hotel, and he looks refreshed. He looks happy. Man, the man's always happy. You never seen this guy angry before. We talk, and everyone in the community, and Panda Cat and some friends, decent amount of people. We went to like this barbecue place. We had drinks. It's a good time. I also almost did something illegal that it's not illegal in the Dominican Republic, but it is in the US. Out of ignorance, it's like taking drinks to go, and I asked the waitress. That's the whole thing. It's never mind. Let's not get myself into trouble. So on day 3, of course, as I woke up and was ready to go to the event, I couldn't help but think, wait, was he trolling? Is this real? Because there was no real confirmation, not an email or anything. So I could have been trolled the whole time. It's perfect. It's what it feels like to be trolled. You just don't know what's real or what's not. So, I mean, I had to tell myself, hey, I got trolled by the legend himself. It's an honor. It's fine. But it did come true. At the end of the day, I met up with Isaiah, and we got to record some Smite 2. It was really exciting because there was a lot of people, a lot of the programmers that you don't get to meet or talk to or even hear about. Skillidon, Agro was there. I was talking to them all the whole time. So if you were one of the people that commented about someone talking too much in the background, that was me. No apologies. I just couldn't help myself. It's it's not possible. Now we're back to the tournament. We're watching the finals. The Oni versus Dragons. Of course, I did want Dragons to win. We were 2-0 at the time. And my god, we almost got reverse swept. No, I don't know why I'm saying we, but they almost got reverse swept. Hey, look, I'm on TV. And it happened. They won. And it was great. It was pretty good to see. But I did feel bad for Pagon. Throughout the event, I had 5 players that I was really looking up to, because when the dragons were originally made, we had Alec, Panda Cat, PBM, Pagon, and Sanford Soccer in that roster. So those 5 were the main people I was rooting for. And seeing Pagon lose, did hit me a little bit. He's, a really young, skilled, and talented player. So, not seeing him win also kind of hurt. You're rooting for so many people, and seeing people lose, and it hurts. It's not great. And so, the night was ending. Everyone was going, it was pretty crazy at the end of the day. Panda Cat got black. He had to go to bed early because he got drunk. Alec trolled me because I had a couple drinks in me, and I saw genetics. I forgot who I confused him, but I asked Alec in secret, like, "Hey, is this genetic or is this I don't know who else." I confused him too, but he did tell me the other name, and I embarrassed myself because it was the first time I talked to him. But yeah, that was fun times. There's a lot of people I did meet that I didn't take pictures with, like Sam the Dude, Solo Double J, Haddix, and El Leon. And all the people I might have not mentioned. Everyone was super nice, very welcoming. It was a great event. Also, Sojo King, I don't know how to pronounce it. He did kiss me in the forehead. I don't know what that was all about, but I mean, I wouldn't put him past him. It was a night. But yeah, that was it. The event was over. I've met everybody. It was a great time, and I hope it happens again. But yeah, thank you for listening to me ramble. I know this wasn't professional. It's like my first time doing this type of commentary. I tried to have a script. I did write something, but I'm just not good with it. I just went with. I just said. I just talked. I'm yapping. But in all seriousness, thank you so much, guys, for watching, supporting Alec, and therefore supporting me. I'll continue to do as much as I can. Come up with as many memes as possible, as many builds as I can in Smite 2. And I hope to see you there. And have a good one.